हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Thank
Hare
you.
Rama Hare.
Sorry for the delay. I had some little technical issue. Gushyate yasya nagare rangayatra dine dine tamaham sirasa vande rajanam kulashekaram kumbe punarvasu jatam kerale cholapattane kaustubhanam dharadesham kulashekaram asraye. When we met last time, we saw verse number 30. Tattvam bunanani param parasmat madhuksharantiva satam phalani pravartaya pranjalir asmi jihve namani narayana gocharani. So Alva was praying with his folded hand. He was praying to his tongue, jihve. Please chant the Narayana Nama, which has been tasted by even the great sages and saints. He is the Tattvam, Param Tattvam. Therefore, do not fail to restrict or restrain from chanting Narayana Nama. Please chant, I beg to you with my folded hand. That's my request. Please chant the name of Narayana, which is greater than or equal to or greater than a madhu, the honey. And an interesting point that in this particular sloka that we saw last time is saying Tattvam Bhruvanani Param Parasmat. Madhu is also Madhu is honey bee, Madhu. Tattvam Madhu, whereas he's comparing Tattvam with Madhu. Tattvam is the absolute truth, Madhu is honey. Therefore, the absolute truth is like honey. You have to take the absolute truth, that is Narayana Gocharani. Always chant the Namani Narayana Gocharani. Always chant the name of Narayana, which is like honey. Who will say no to honey when it comes for free? Therefore, you should take it as it comes. And nothing can be much tastier than this honey called Narayana, Namani Narayana Gocharani. Having said this one, next, Kulashekara is saying, having tasted this one, many people doesn't want to give up the chanting of Narayanam. And many of them who has not tasted, doesn't know the value of what this chanting is. But then even those who are chanting the name of the Lord, they don't understand the full value of it. Because ultimately, whether you're chanting or whether you're not chanting the name of God, whether you are a devotee or a non-devotee, whether you are following dharma or non-following dharma, whatever it may be, ultimately everyone is aspiring for something which last for a long period of time, which is the happiness. The happiness that we are all trying to get is wanting to make sure that it stays with us forever. Let's understand what happiness means and let's connect that particular theme to today's 31st sloka. What is happiness? Happiness is something that we are in desire of something, we want something desperately, we are desiring something desperately, and when we attain that particular object, the object could be tangible or not tangible. Tangible is where you can feel it, you can touch it through your senses, you can see it. All these things can be a touch. Touch not necessarily mean you have to touch by hand. You can touch to your ears, touch to your nose by smelling, touch to your ears by hearing, of course, touch by your tongue and hands, right? So the happiness is something which is defined as the desire that something we are desperately in need of, and when we attain that particular desired object, that moment of emotion that we get is called happiness. One more time, happiness is nothing but that something which we are desiring to attain, an object. Object, as I told you, it could be a physical object, touchable or untouchable, not touchable, or it could be within our mind, state of mind of praise, appreciation, glorification, award, reward, and so forth, right? All these things are within our mind. So any of this brings that happiness that we want desperately, and when we obtain that particular object, and the moment that we go through an emotion phase is called happiness. And the interesting point over here is that moment does not extend beyond that given time. Only that moment for 5 seconds or 10 seconds or 1 minute or 1 hour or maybe a day or 2 days or even for a week. But at one point of time, that emotion of called happiness will come to a stop, come to an end, come to an end. Until we get that until we get that what we attain, we are excited. I want to get that one. I want to have that one. I want to eat that one, right? But then what happens is that as soon as we get and enjoy that particular thing that we wanted, the happiness ends after that part. Opposite of that is called anandam or bliss. Sukham is happiness. Anandam is a bliss. For everything there is an opposite, right? Opposite. Happiness, sukham, dukkham. Whereas for anandam, there is nothing called opposite of it. What is anandam? That which gives an happiness. It also gives us a happiness, but that happiness is not only stays for that particular moment, it gets extended beyond the time frame, which is called eternal. That happiness which stays with us for eternity without interruption is called anandam. Anandam, in English, it's called bliss. That uninterrupted happiness cannot be limited by the time. It has to go beyond the time frame. It's always the same. I always, if we take a spoon of honey, how many spoons can we keep taking because honey is so nectarian, so sweet? If you like sweet rice or if you like a jamun, how many jamuns can we keep on eating? Certainly it gives happiness, but then you have to stop at one point of time. You cannot take any further. You just feel like throwing out. You take too much of jamun. If you watch a movie, a favorite movie or a great movie, how long can we keep on watching the movie? Well, one may say that I like to watch this movie, I like to hear this song continuously. Yes, true, sometimes the song goes on, but you may go to take a break and go and have your food, go to the restroom, talk to someone. There's always, even if you think that you can continue to hear or watch something, there is always interruption happens. Therefore, the happiness that we have in this world is always short-lived, and then it's also interrupted. It's always interrupted. You go and sit. That you come back on a Sunday or a Saturday evening. Whenever you feel like that you want to have a nice meal, nice food, and you sit on a table and you have everything. Your whatever you need is right on the table. You're ready to eat. At that point of time, you get a call from your office saying there's an outage. We want you to join right away, immediately. Or if you're a doctor, there's an emergency situation, you got to come right to the hospital. There is a situation, emergency, you come. There's always something or the other keeps interrupting us. If you like to drink a juice or a lassi, a plain lassi or a mango lassi because you like it, but it has to stop at one point. You cannot keep on drinking. But Kulashekara Arvar is going to tell us something. If you drink this one thing that I'm going to tell you, it doesn't fall into the category of happiness. It falls into the category of ananda. Anandam. I'm going to share that with you. This is a greatness of acharyas. This is a greatness of a matured person, a matured, wise, realized person, or those one who do not keep things to themselves, which they feel that it benefits others. In the material world, usually if you find something benefits you, you don't be, generally people psychologists, that human psychologists, that you don't want to share the secret of your success or your joy to others, because they will also be happy. They will also become happy. They become happy is not a problem for anyone. But then the problem is, what if he's becoming more happier than me? That's where the catch is. People are happy as long as equal to us. My happiness and his happiness is equal. Therefore, that's fine. The problem comes when I see I gave him this one, I share this with him, but look at him. He's gone to the top. I'm still here. I'm still here. He's grown, but I'm still here. Materially, I'm talking about, right? The devotees usually does not feel so, because when they see others are progressing, others are growing, they feel joy. Actually, they must feel joyful. If not, there is a problem something. Therefore, Alvar, who knows what is the best thing to drink, what is the best thing that we can take that will ever last, brings us anandam, not a time-limited, short-lived happiness. So he's going to tell in this particular sloka, I will give you something which will give you the happiness for eternity, called kṛṣṇa-rasāyanam. Kṛṣṇa-rasāyanam. Rasayanam means this is a juice. It's a juice. And what do you do with the juice? What do you do with the juice? Just don't keep looking at it. Piba. Piba means drink. So kṛṣṇa-rasāyanam piba. Well, I drink this juice. Is this only juice, or it has any other benefits? Well, usually when you take any drink, the drinks are tastier just because they load the drink with a lot of sugar in it. You take any juice, mango juice, lassi, apple juice, any of those juice, if you want to make it tastier, then you got to add more sugar to it. Without sugar, just imagine having jamun without sugar, having sweet rice without sugar, having any of the sweet without sugar. It's not going to be tastier. Therefore, you have to add more sugar. When you add more sugar, what happens? Problem, side effects, and weight gain, and all this different problems comes. Therefore, yes, it's nectarian, it's juicy, but then along with this juicy things comes problems also. But what I'm going to give you is kṛṣṇa-rasāyanam. When you drink this one, it's nectarian, but also the same nectar is also a medicine for you. Auṣadhaiḥ is going to be a medicine for you. Now, most of the people, they live because of medicine. They keep on taking medicine. Headache problem, migraine problem, throat problem, a skin problem, and heart problem, cholesterol problem. Lifelong, you have to keep taking something or the other. But at the same time, we also know that as we take these medicine, there's always some side effect. Something or the other, there's always a side effect. Well, you may tell that I don't need to, by God's grace, I don't have any health problem. I don't take any medicine. But people may take vitamin tablets and vitamin B, C, D, and multivitamin tablets to keep their body, nourished with all these different things. Because some of the things, if you're a vegetarian, you don't get this one. Therefore, I have to take supplementary tablets, etc. Therefore, many in general live by the mercy of medicine, pills, tablets, or a tonic, and so forth. As we take these medicines, it's good for health, but also comes a side effect also. But then when we drink kṛṣṇa-rasāyanam, when we drink this Rasayanam auṣadham, it is nectarian as we chant Narayana, 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 Krishna, 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 Rama, 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 Rama. When we chant these names, it is nectarian. Also, it's a medicine with no side effects. With no side effects. That's an important point. When the body takes through this particular medicine that Ava is going to give us, we will be in Anandam. And all our problems will be taken away. And that is the theme and the message of this 31st Sloka. Now let's get into the 31st Sloka. Idaṁ śarīram pariṇāma-peśalam. Pariṇāma-peśalam. Pataty avaśyaṁ ślatha-sandhi-jarjaram. Kim auṣadham kliśyasi mūḍha durmate nirāmayaṁ kṛṣṇa-rasāyanam piba. Nirāmayaṁ kṛṣṇa-rasāyanam piba. Idaṁ śarīram pariṇāma-peśalam pataty avaśyaṁ ślatha-sandhi-jarjaram kim auṣadham kliśyasi mūḍha durmate nirāmayaṁ kṛṣṇa-rasāyanam piba. Alva reminds us that everyone in this body, who has body, or going through anxiety, depression, mental problem, health problem, so many problems that you can name it, because we are the body. Once we are the body, problems comes as a package of this body. Nobody who has body will be free from any of this problem. You can name it. You can just name the richest man, or a beautiful, handsome man, or a beautiful woman, or whatever you may be, a skilled, great person. Everyone has a body. If you have a body, then comes the problem. It degrades. It degrades as days goes. And then as the process of degradation, there's problems keeps coming. Nothing is going to stay as is as we grow older and older and older. Therefore, it is a fate. It's a given program. That program cannot be changed. Because it cannot be changed, the only thing that you need to change is by taking this auṣadham. Kim auṣadham kliśyasi mūḍha durmate. He's calling us, mūḍha and durmate. We'll see what that means. Durmate, drink kṛṣṇa-rasāyanam. Drink kṛṣṇa-rasam. Kṛṣṇa-rasam, not that what we eat, rasam, sambar, dal, not that's rasam. Rasam is the juice that you drink. This rasam is kṛṣṇa-rasam. So therefore, whenever we have our plate and then have rice on top of it, add rasam on top of it, we should remember this sloka, kṛṣṇa-rasāyanam piba. Kṛṣṇa-rasāyanam piba. Idaṁ, let's go by word. Idaṁ, this śarīram means body, this body, deham and śarīram, they're all one and same. Śarīram, pariṇāma-peśalam. Pariṇāma-peśalam. Pariṇāma means that which goes through transformation. That goes through transformation. Pariṇāma. There's something called pariṇāma-vāda. In the different schools of thought, they have this principles, pariṇāma, that which goes through transformation. There are different schools of thought which does not believe in pariṇāma. Everything is Maya. Everything is Maya. Brahman is Nityam. Brahman is the only one absolute truth. Everything else that you see are just illusion. It's not real. Therefore, that Brahman does not go through changes. It doesn't go through changes. Nivartavadam. This is a little technical and philosophical, but it is important to know. Vivartavada means that which does not go through transformation, that Brahman is one, doesn't have name, doesn't have form, doesn't have qualities, doesn't have place, doesn't have gender, nothing. It doesn't go through any changes. Vivartavadam. Whereas Pariṇāma-vadam is the Brahman is one, but then from him everything comes and goes through a lot of changes. In that way, Brahman also in one sense goes through changes during the destruction and during the pralaya, during the srishti and creation. That is Pariṇāma. Likewise, Pariṇāma-peśalam means Pariṇāma-peśalam means Pariṇāmam, the body goes through changes. Our body goes through changes. Janma, jayate, vartate, asti, viparimate, apakṣyate, nashyati. So these are the 6 things that it goes through. Jayate, janma means we come into the existence. Vartate means then we start developing, the body grows. As we come into this world, we start growing. And then as we grow, we dwell. Asti, we stay here. As we stay here, body doesn't stay as is. The body keeps growing. Asti, viparinamate means then it starts producing the byproducts. Body start producing byproduct. My daughter, my son and grandson and grandchildren, this is all get produced. The production happens. The production not continuously happen. It stops at one point of time. Apakṣyate means that then what happens is from the growing state, it started decaying, dwindling. It just started dwindling. It's becoming declined, weakness. And then it's just, as we grow older, it's nice. As we grow from a child to youth, we are energetic, the fresh blood, and we want to do so many things. And as we cross 40, 50, 60, and so forth, it's all coming the other side. The curve goes like this, and the curve comes down, right? Decay. Apakṣyate. And then what happens? Nashyati. And finally it dies. The body dies. Atma never dies. The body dies. Pariṇāmam. This is called Pariṇāma. Sadvikara means that which goes through these 6 changes is Pariṇāma. The body goes through these changes. As I said before, this is believed even by any schools of thought. But the only difference is that the other school of thought say that this is all Maya, nothing changes. It's just an illusion that we think that we are born, we are growing, and we are dwindling, and we are producing, and then we are body decays, and then we are dying. Nothing is real. Nothing is real. Vivartavada. Pariṇāma-vada says that everything is real, but the only difference is temporary. And that is said over idaṁ. So idaṁ śarīram pariṇāma-peśalam. Pariṇāma-peśalam. Peśalam, unstable. Peśalam is unstable. It's very delicate. This body is very delicate. Immediately get virus. Immediately we get allergy. Immediately we get so many different problems, right? Peśalam, it's very delicate. This body which goes through changes is very delicate. Idaṁ śarīram pariṇāma-peśalam pataty avaśyaṁ. Ślatha-sandhi-jarjaram. Patati, then it falls, it collapses. Inevitably, at one point of time, the body collapses. You can stand straight and be a bodybuilder and do whatever you want. But at one point of time, patati, avaśyam, definitely it falls down. It falls. How does it fall down? Ślatha-sandhi-jarjaram. Because it gets weakened, the bone get loose, and a knee problem, and hip problem, neck problem, heart problem, and all those different problems makes the body worst. It becomes loose, and the body becomes loose. You can see that when we get aged, initially the face looks fresh and clean. Right? There is no wrinkles around, everything is so clean. And then as you can see, as we grow older, you can start seeing the little wrinkles here, the forehead became a lot of wrinkles on the forehead, and the neck, it started hanging over here, and all sort of things. You can see the differences. It's become loosened, the body. And if you have biceps, and then later sometimes this over here, the flesh will be hanging over here, right? I'm just exaggerating, not necessarily like that, but you can understand what I'm trying to say. As we get older, the body becomes loose, the muscles and everything becomes loose. Ślatha means become looser, the joints becomes problem, and then jarjaram, decays and crumbles. It crumbles. It is jarjaram. It gets decayed. Govindam, yeah, yavat. There is in the Adi Shankaracharya says in his Bhajagovindam song, yavat vitto parjana saktah tavan nija parivaro raktah pasya jivatir jarjara dehe. You see the same word is being used, jarjara. Kulashekara is also using jarjara. Jarjara means it crumbles, it decays. Paschachivati jarjaradehe vartan kopina prachati ge. So he says, as long as a man is fit and able and support to this family, he sees affection, he sees love and gifts and everything is nice. But jarjara, as soon as his body gets crumbled, it falls down. No one even cares to ask him, how are you doing? Kopina prachati ge vartam kopina prachati ge vartam. They don't even ask, how are you doing? He'll be in the corner of the house, lying down, coughing. And then the son will tell, oh my God, this old man, I don't know why even he's here. It's good for him to leave the body and go. It's easy, good for him, it's good for me and my family. So no one even wants to come and ask, Prachati pasya javati jarjara dege, vartam kopina prachati gege. No one wants to come and ask even a word how you're doing. Therefore, what Alvar is saying is then, Kim auṣadhaiḥ kliśyasi mūḍha durmate nirāmayaṁ kṛṣṇa-rasāyanam piba. Kṛṣṇa-rasāyanam. This Rasayanam that I'm telling you to take, kṛṣṇa-rasāyanam, is something which is very important, will take care of all your problems. In the Vishnu Sahasranam, there is one particular, there are a few slokas. One sloka says, śarīre jarjare bhute yadi gratte kale bhare auṣadham jnanavitoyam vaidyo narayano arihi. It says śarīre jarjare. The same word is also said in Vishnu Sahasranam, śarīram. The śarīram jarjare bhute. It's always become old and weak. It's not going to stay the same way as you see now. It's not going to be the same. Vyadi is going to be occupied, afflicted by gratte. It's going to be occupied by the disease. Therefore, auṣadham jnanavitoyam, the auṣadham, the medicine is the water of Ganges, Ganga Tirtham. Ganga water is the auṣadham, Tirtham. And who is a physician? Vaidyo narayano arihi. Vaidyo narayano arihi. Hari, who's Narayana, is Vaidya. Vaidya means he is the physician, doctor, who gives this medicine, Ganga Tirtham. For one who cannot go to Ganges and take this auṣadham Ganga Tirtham, what is the Tirtham? kṛṣṇa-rasāyanam piba. Simply chant the name of Krishna. It's not that I cannot, should I go to take the medicine, should I fly to India, go to Ganga and take the medicine over there? Well, if you can do that, very good. If you cannot do that, kṛṣṇa-rasāyanam piba. Just simply drink by chanting the Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. That's what Vishnu Sahasranama also says. Achyutaya Ananta Govinda Namoccharana Beshajat Nashyate Sakalaroha Satyam Vadamyaham. It says, chant Achyuta Nama Uccharanam, utter the names. What names you have to utter? Tinku, Pinku, Danku? No. You utter the name of Achyuta, Ananta, Govinda, Keshava, Madhava, Mukunda, Narayana, Nama Uccharanam, Beshadat. It's a remedy, best remedy. What is remedy? That Nashyate Sakala Rogaha. Rogam means disease. Sakala Roga, not one disease, only some. There are, for us to get cured by some medicines, if you have a headache, you have to take one medicine. If you have another problem, you have to take a different medicine. Of course, one medicine can also take care of, like Tylenol, for example. It can take up reducing the fever, body pain, and headache, and so forth. But Tylenol is not a medicine for heart disease. It's not medicine for sugar, diabetics, right? That's another medicine. Therefore, it's not sakala auṣadham. It's not a medicine for everything. But this auṣadham, achyuta ananta govinda nama uchchana desha, that medicine that the Shastras are giving us, nashyate sakala rogaha. Sakala roga means you can name it, whatever rogam that we have, whatever disease that we have, the disease of mind, the disease of body, both the disease that we have, nashyati, it just destroys. And it is not told as an exaggeration. Satyam satyam vadamyam. Vedavyasa says, Satyam satyam vadamyam. I declare, I say for sure, this is the only medicine which will take care of all the problems of our life. It is also said in Ayurveda, Charaka Samhita, in Charaka Samhita, the rishis are saying, as they grind the herbs to make the medicine, Ayurveda is fully based on the natural ingredients. All the natural ingredients are taken together and they grind together, dry it and grind together, make it into powder, make it into the paste, make it into whatever it may be. They grind it. As they grind this one, they chant that by the mercy of Narayana, let this medicine cure the intaker. Cure the intaker of this medicine. That's how the Charaka Samhita says that the Vaidyas, the people who are grinding these herbs, they chant the mantras of Narayana Nama. In that way, that medicine becomes effective for those who are taking that medicine. Kim, what medicine? This medicine, kṛṣṇa-rasāyanam, Narayana Nama Gocharani, auṣadhaiḥ, this medicine. Kliśyasi means that which torments us and troubles us. Kliśyasi, that which troubles us. It's all be taken care by this medicine. But mūḍha, durmate. So where it says that mūḍha, durmate, mūḍha means foolish one, and durmate means who are mind is not stable or misguided. In other words, mūḍha means one who's deluded, one who fails to understand the reality, or called mūḍhas, fools. Prabhupada always says rascals and fools, right? So mūḍha means one who fails to understand the truth. In other words, one who doesn't want to understand the truth. Sometimes I was sitting with my daughter a few days back. Someone was sharing this video that you should not eat after 6 p.m. It's not good for health. It's a beautiful video, and everyone should watch this video. So one should not. You can take light food, but don't load it so much, so it's not good for health. Right? So I was just showing this video to my daughter, and then she was watching for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, and said, "I have something else to do. I want to go and take care of something. I have to do homework. I want to do this one." Right? So I was just asking, would you watch this video tomorrow, at least every day, 5 minutes? And she said, yes, I will watch. The point I'm trying to say here is, sometimes when we know this is the right thing to do, we close our eyes, not wanting to do. We want to not know the truth. We don't want to know the truth, because if we know the truth, then we feel guilty if we don't follow that one. Therefore, better I don't watch this one. Better I don't come and attend Bhagavad Gita class. Better I don't want to get into these things, because if I know, then if I don't follow, therefore it's going to be mentally torturing me. Therefore, better thing is not to know any of this thing called mūḍha. Mūḍha, one who fails to understand the truth, or one who doesn't want to understand the truth. Those people are called mūḍha. The truth is that I should know. What is the truth that I should know? I should know I'm Atma, and that's Paramatma, and there's a process by which I can attain the Paramatma. It's called bhakti. Therefore, this Atma is Nityam, Paramatma is Nityam. This body is Anityam. Nityam means exists forever, eternal. Nityam. Śarīram is anityam. Anityam is not nityam, opposite of nityam, which is not eternal, it is temporary, it is going to fall. Whereas the person understanding is that he doesn't even want to understand these things, that Atma is nityam, Śarīram is anityam. Therefore, those who people avoid hearing these things are mūḍha. Durmate, durmate is another category of people, or it could be the same people to another degree, is one who understands things wrongly. He understands, but then he understands things wrongly. That person is called durmati. Mati means intelligent. Sumati. Sumati means good intelligence. Sumati. In Bhagavatam, we hear this name, Sumati. A king called Sumati. Sumati. Suniti, Suruchi. We also saw the Su means good. Ruchi means good and attractive thing. Niti means same thing, with wise. Mati, have very good intelligence. Suniti, good intelligence. Like opposite of that is Sumati. Opposite of that is Durmati, and opposite of that is Sumati. Anyway, Durmati is one who understands things wrongly. One with wrong understanding are called durmati. What is durmati? Could be understanding the Atma is nityam, not understanding Atma to be nityam, but thinking Śarīram to be nityam. Actually, the Śarīram is anityam, but what he thinks is Śarīram is nityam. I am going to live in this world forever. Forever. That is wrong understanding. Rather than focusing on nitya, rather than focusing on the nityam, they are focusing on the anityam and thinking that anityam is nityam forever. Putting time, energy, and everything only towards the body, but nothing to do with the Atma. Because Atma is what? Nityam. They think that body is important for me, therefore I need to brush, polish my body, I need to feed my body, I need to comb my body, I need to dress up my body. A body is what is important. Go to this parlor, go to that parlor, take this vitamins, take that thing. All those things is only based on the Śarīram, thinking I am this body. Maram, சுவர் மதிலெழுத்து மறுமைக்கே வறுமை பூண்டு புறம் சுவர் ஓட்டை மாடம் புரளும் போதறிய மாட்டார் அறம் சுவர் ஆக நின்று அரங்கனார்காட் செய்யாதே புறம் சுவர் கோவலம் செய்து புல்கோவ கடக்கின் நீரே. This is a beautiful pasuram or a sloka by Thondaradi Alvar. He says the same concept. He says the same thing. Because Thondaradi, out of 12 Alvars, this particular Alvar has gone through tough time in his life. What a tough time. He was a great devotee, wonderful devotee. But somehow or the other, he got caught into a woman and captivated by her beauty. And then he stopped doing his services. He stopped going to the temple. He stopped doing anything, everything. And all his services is around this woman, So then he came to his realization, beautiful story of this Arva. Then he comes to his realization, and that's when he writes this beautiful Tirumāla. Tirumāla is a pasuram out of this 4,000 pasuram. This Tirumāla is Maram Suvar Madileduthu Marumekke Varumai Poondu. Maram Suvar. Suvar means you build this wonderful wall to protect. Right, you have a palace or you have a house or something, and you protect around the house with a long, tall wall, so that no one can come inside, no one can defeat you. Maram suvar madileduthu. Madil means the wall around the place. Marumekke virumai poondu puram suvar ottai maadam. But then what the problem is, that so-called the house, so-called this madil, this wall has holes in it. Holes. Ottai maadam. It has holes in it. If you have holes in it, what's the use of that particular wall, that particular house? It's going to, a lot of things going to come in. The water is going to come. There's an option for people to break further into the house and come in. So people don't understand, but they only focus on building house, beautiful house. Now this house is not the literal house, it's the body. மரம் சுவர் மதில் எடுத்து மறுமைக்கே வெறுமை பூண்டு புறம் சுவர் ஓட்டை மாடம் புரளும் போது அறிய மாட்டார் people do not understand you're simply wasting the time on just focusing on the wall around you. Around you means I'm Atma, I'm inside this house, but my focus should be on the person who's inside this house. Rather, I'm forgetting the person who's living inside this house, which is I myself, but only focus on the maram, suvar. The suvar is called body. This body around, I only focus on this one. Aram suvar ahan nendru. But if we focus on that Arangama, that Ranganath, Swami Ranganatha, who's lying down there, and if we do bhakti towards him, they don't understand what the benefit they are going to get. Rather than doing that one, they are not realizing and waiting for the time of death. At the time of death, pul kavva kadakinnere, pul kavva kadakinne, pul means here the bird. What happens when the body is when the body falls down? It becomes a food for the birds and the animals and so forth. Therefore, a pull kavva means to catch, eat. Kavva kadakinnere will lie down like a dead body as a food for the bird. You're waiting for that moment, not realizing you're not focusing on the Atma, but simply focusing on your body alone. Nirāmayaṁ. But if you focus on what I'm giving you as a medicine, auṣadham, kṛṣṇa-rasāyanam, piba, nirāmayaṁ, then you will be free of disease and perfectly be a cure. And that is kṛṣṇa-rasāyanam, kṛṣṇa-rasāyanam, piba. Kṛṣṇa-rasāyanam, he's not telling that kṛṣṇa-rasāyanam chant. He's not telling Kṛṣṇa-rasāyanam, Krishna name, chant the name of Krishna. He's telling, drink the name of Krishna. Krishna, if you can drink Krishna himself, drink Krishna. And there's one beautiful song on the same line where it says, is Sadashiva Brahmendra, is the author of this song. He says, Pibare Ramarasam, Rasane Pibare Rasa Ramarasam. Whereas here Kulashekara is saying Kṛṣṇa-rasāyanam, Kṛṣṇa-rasāyanam piba. Whereas Sadashiva Brahmendra is saying Ramarasam, Pibare Ramarasam, Rasane Pibare Ramarasam. Dhuri krita pataka samsargam, purita nanavida palavargam. He says that by this drink, this beautiful drink called Ramarasam, let your tongue taste this Ramarasam. By tasting this, what happens is this, Dhuri krita pataka samsargam. By doing this one, it keeps away all the all the problems at distance. You will not get an opportunity to associate with all the thing, all the bad things. To remove those things away from you, Purita Nana with a palavargam. It gives lot of all kinds of good benefits. Purita Nana with a palavargam. Janana Marana Bhaya Soka Viduram. Janana Marana Bhayam. The biggest bhayam that we all have, Marana Bhayam. Marana Bhayam, I'm going to die. I'm going to die one day. And that becomes, whether everyone is going to die one day or the other, that sokam is just bothering us so much. I'm already 50. I'm already 60. What's going to happen to me? I will die. The problem is, dying is okay. The problem is that after I die, what will happen to my family members? How will they survive? So therefore, Janana Marana Bhaya Shoka Vidhuram, it will help you to remove Vidhuram, the grief, the shokam of cycle of repeated birth and death. Therefore, we know how difficult it is to get out of this body, but by drinking the Pibare Ramarasam, Rasane Pibare Ramarasam, by drinking the Ramarasam, you will not have to go through the pain that you're going through again in your next life. And how do you say this? How do you say? Sakala Shastra Nigamagama Saram. This is the essence of all the Shastra. Nigama means Veda Shastra. This is the essence of all the Shastra. If one has read all the Shastras but have not come to the conclusion of chanting is the main essence of all the Shastras, that means they have not really understood the Vedas. They should not understood the Shastra. But The great saints have made it so easy for us to make it understand so that we don't need to go and study the scriptures so much so to understand what the essence of the Vedas. He's saying, Sakala Sastre Nigamagama Saram. Nigamagama Saram. Therefore, this Saram, this is what the Saram, Suddha Paramahamsa Ashram Geetam Sukha Saunaka Kaushika Mukha Pitam. It is not only I am saying this one, Sukha, Shaunaka, Kaushika, all these great saints and poets and rishis, they all have drunk this Rama Rasam. Pibare Rama Rasam. Rasane Pibare Rama Rasam. Dhuri Krita Pataka Samsargam Purita Nana Vida Pala Vargam Janma Marana Bayashoka Viduram Sakala Satra Nigamagama Saram. Beautiful song. So therefore, the same thing is being told by Kulashekara Alvar over here in this particular sloka. Idaṁ śarīram pariṇāma-peśalam pataty avaśyaṁ ślatha-sandhi-jarjaram kim auṣadham kliśyasi mūḍha durmate nirāmayaṁ kṛṣṇa-rasāyanam piba. Kṛṣṇa-rasāyanam piba. Why is that so difficult for us to take up the chanting of Krishna and Rama name? Even if we chant, why is that we are not able to focus and release this rasam? Why are we not drinking this rasam? Is because we have let ourselves to be stolen by the thieves. We have been let ourselves stolen by the thieves. So what happened is that one time in villages, they have in the night time they have that gurkha. The god, he walks around with a big rod or a stick in his hand and then dashing on the ground, and then he makes some sound and tell that he is walking around so the people inside the homes can sleep nicely, peacefully, that someone is taking care of us during the night time. And also it warns us the thieves to not enter the village, enter the homes. That's what they try to do, the guard the village and the homes and places like that. One day in a village, the person who's guard the village every day had to go to on a business reason or family reason, whatever the reasons are. He had to travel to another place. On that day, he asked his son, would you please take care of the service which I've been doing in the night time until I come? And the son said, yes, dad, I will do that. And then that day, the first day night, it was time for the son to take care of guarding the village, and the father is already gone. The son comes with the stick and then dashing on the ground. And then he started telling that Ashaya Bhadyate Lokah Karmana Paribhadyate Ayukshayam na jhanati tasmat jagrihi. He says, there is a thief coming. There's a thief. I could see the thief in the distance. They are coming. The thieves are coming. I can see from the distance. I can smell the thieves are coming. Be jagrihi. Careful, be careful, be careful. Get up, awake, wake up, be careful. I can sense that the thieves are coming. All the village people got scared and they came out and they looked here and there and no one was there. They went to a distance to see outside of the village. Everything was peaceful. Nothing was dangerous. And they got very upset. They thought he's a new guy. He doesn't know how to guard. They just left him for the first day and then they went. And the next day night, the same boy comes. This time also he dashes the rod on the ground. This time he's telling that Janma Dukkham, Jara Dukkham, Jaya Dukkham, Punah, Antakale Maha Dukkham, Tasmad Jagrihi. He says again something that the thieves are pretty entered into the village. The thieves have entered into the village. Everyone get ready, save your things before they come and rob you off. The village people got up and they came running. And where are the thieves? I can hear some voice. They're coming. And they walked around and looked around. There's no thieves. They really got upset because especially when you're sleeping, you don't want any disturbances. And when you're deep in sleep, you don't want to be disturbed, right? But these people got upset because they couldn't sleep properly. The second night this happens. They warned them to be careful and then they left and went and slept. Third day, he comes again. And this time he says, Kama Krodha Lobha Moha Dehe Tishtanti Tashkaraha. Jnanartana apaharaya tasmat jagrihi. Again he says, my dear friends, the thieves have come close to your house. They have almost entered. Just be careful. Get up, jagrihi. Be aware, get up and get up. Again they said, oh my God. They went and checked. They are very upset. And they warned one more time, if you do this one, then you got to face the consequence. They went back. The next night, he comes. This time, again he says, Aishwaryam swapna samkasham yavvanam kushamo pavaha kshanikam jala mayuchya tasmat jagrihi. He said, my dear friends, my dear village people, lock your stuff. They have come here. Lock all your valuables. They're going to steal away. They're going to torture you. Just take care. And then the people came out, pretty much going to bash him out, trash him out. They said, this is the last warning. One more time you do this one, then we are going to take you out. You're not going to do this one. We are going to complain to the king. And next day, he comes. Again, the same thing happened. He says that there are thieves, mata nasti, pita nasti, bandhu sahodaraha, samsare kimapi nasti, tasmat jagrihi. So he said that the thieves have entered. They've taken away. Watchful. Actually, the thieves are inside your house already. He said the thieves are already inside your house. You can't help it. You're gone. I warned you all these days. You didn't listen. Now the thieves are nowhere else. They are inside your house. You're done. And the people came out, caught him, bound him, took him to the next day. They took him to the king and told him this person has to be punished. He's giving all wrong information. He's not letting us sleep. He's telling there are thieves and thieves and thieves, but then there's no thieves. Please punish him. At that point of time, king asked, why you say that? Well, every time he's saying the thieves are over there and over here. Now they have entered the house. They have taken away. They are inside your house. And then the king asked, what did he say? You please ask him what he said. We don't want to say what he said. You please deal with this guy. We are done with him. And then king asked, what did you say? And then he says, auṣadhaiḥ badhyate lokaha karmana paribhadyate avaśyaṁ na janati tasmat jagrihi. He said, we have been bound by the desires and the trapped by all our actions. And they are none other than the thieves in our life. Our desires are binding us so much so. If you're not aware of your desire, then you will be stolen away. Therefore, jagrihi, tasmat jagrihi. Get up. Don't sleep. Get up. Awake. It's time for you not to sleep, but then take into action. Janma dukkam jara dukkam. Jaya dukkam punapaharaha antakale mahadukkam tasmat jagrihi. And then king asked, what did you say the next day? Well, I told them the thieves have come here. The birth that you had taken, the old age, the suffering, the family life of repeated suffering, all these are given by the time in the form of death. Therefore, be careful about this thief called time, which is going to take you away. Awake, get up and get it. Okay, what did you tell on the third day? Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Dhege, Tishtanti Tashkaraha, Jnanartana Apaharaya, Tasmat, Jagrihi. The desire, Kama, anger, greed, delusion, these are all the thieves. Tashkaraha, the thieves that steals away our dignity, our real identity, our truth, our everything takes away. These thieves are none other than our desire, our anger, our greed, our delusion, kama, krodha, lobha, moha. All this comes with this body and they are all sent to us When we take our birth, they also come. They are none other than tashkaraha. They are thieves. Jnanartana apaharaya. They take away tasmat jakarata jakriti. Jagrihi. Therefore, be careful of these thieves. Okay, what did you tell the next day? ऐश्वर्यं स्वप्न संखाक्षं यौवनं कुसुमोपमः क्षणिकं जलमायुश्च तस्मात् जागृहि. Now everyone in a dream that their wealth is going to be with them forever. Everyone in the dream that they think they are going to be young forever. Everyone is thinking that the joy and the happiness that they get now is going to be forever. But they don't understand they are like a drop in the drop of water on the lotus leaf. Is going to slip away at any point of time. Therefore, I want them, Jagrihi, the thieves are here. Get up and get into action. Do not be deceived by the temporary thing. Okay, what did you tell the last day? Well, the thieves, they are going and looking thieves anywhere and everywhere, but actually the thieves have entered their house. How do you say that? What did you tell? Māta nāsti pita nāsti bandhu sahodharah samsare kimapi nāsti tasmāt jagrihi. In this world, the people are thinking, this is my mother, this is my father, this is my brother, this is my sister, my daughter, my son, my uncle, my aunt, my niece, and so forth. But actually, they are also thieves. They just take away everything of us. The biggest thing that they take away is your time. Because if they are not there in your life, you will be spending most of your time in Krishna consciousness. Because they are in your life, your time is divided Mata, Pita, Bandhu, Sahodara, and all those different people are taking away your time. Are they not thieves who takes away your time that actually need to be spent with Krishna? Therefore, Jagrihi, Mata nasti, Pita nasti bandhu, sahodaraha, samsare kimapi, nasti tasmat Jagrihi. Be aware, in this world, no mother, no father, no relative, no siblings. Ultimately, you have to save yourself. None of these people are going to save you. They love you, but then they cannot save you. They can definitely not save you, irrespective of how much ever talented they are, skilled they are, wealthy they are, influential they are, doesn't matter. No one will save you. Therefore, don't think they are going to save you. Awaken, Jagrihi. Get up, wake up, become serious. Idaṁ, śarīram, pariṇāma-peśalam, pataty avaśyaṁ, ślatha-sandhi-jarjaram, kim auṣadhaiḥ kliśyasi, mūḍha durmate, nirāmayaṁ, kṛṣṇa-rasāyanam, piba. Therefore, please drink the nectar of kṛṣṇa-rasāyanam. In Bhajagovindam. Yeah, in Bhajagovindam, Adi Shankara says that yavat pavano nivasati dehe tavat prichati kushalam gehe gatavati vayo deha paye bharya bibhyati tasmin kaye balastavat kridha saktah tarunastavat taruni saktah vriddhastavat chinta saktah parame brahmani kopina saktah. Beautifully Adi Shankara says, yavat pavano nivasati gehe tavat prichati kushalam gehe. As long as we are alive, as long as we are able to supply the needs for the family members, they are happy. Of course, we have to understand from what angle that these things are all told. Adi Shankaracharya is a great sannyasi, renounced person. So his songs are this one. does not mean necessarily that you are to start seeing everyone as your enemies. As long as the family members are in favor of Krishna consciousness, they are friends. If they are not, then yes, these slokas applies. These slokas very well applies. Yes. Therefore, it says, as long as we are alive, as long as we are able to supply whatever needed for the family member, as long as we can keep the family member happy, they are happy with you. If not, they are disappointed with you. When the time comes, the soul departs from the family. This sloka says, what it says, Ghatavati vayo deha paye bharya bibhyati tasmin kai. The sloka says, even that person who was lying next to you and closing and embracing you and sleeping together all these years together, when your Atma leaves your body, she doesn't want to lie next to your body. Bharya bhibhyate tasmin khaye. She doesn't want to, no wife want to lie down with a dead body of her own husband who lived for 30, 40, 50 years. You tell, why don't you go and sleep with your dead body, your husband's dead body for the night? She will not. It applies to the men also, by the way. Gatavati vayo deha paye. As soon as the soul leaves the body, bharya vipati tasmin kaye, even the wife will not come close to you. Therefore, what Shankara says, balastavat krida saktah, tarunistavat taruni saktah, vriddhastavat chinta saktah, parame brahmani kopina saktah. He says that, therefore, what happens in our life is, in the childhood, we are busy playing games. When you are youth, you are attached to the opposite gender. When you are old, you start thinking about the past. But when we are old, vriddhastava chinta sakta. When we become old, oh, in that time I missed this opportunity. I would have lived like this. I could have done this one. I would have made money. I would have enjoyed my life. Now it's too late for me. So you start thinking all these past things. Vriddhastava chinta sakta. But your childhood went in play. Your youth went in enjoyment with opposite gender. Your old age went in thinking about the past. Then he says, where did you ever had time to think of Brahman? Parame Brahmani kopina sattah. He says, you didn't have any time left to think about the absolute truth because your entire life gone in this particular activity. Therefore, what's the use of human life? Don't think anyone is for you. No one is for you except Krishna. Therefore, drink Krishna Nama, kṛṣṇa-rasāyanam piba. I'll tell one more story and then we can come to conclude the sloka. In the Upanishad, in the histories, there was a rishi by name Yajnavalkya. And Yajnavalkya, as the story comes as part of the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, where one point of time he decided to retire and go to the village, go to the forest, so that he can completely meditate. So he went to his wife. He had two wives, Katyayani and Maitreyi. And he said that I'm renouncing everything and going to the forest to completely dedicate myself in the service of the Lord and dhyana. And Katyayani said, well, very good. And then Yajnavalkya said, I will give you my wealth. You take my wealth and be happy with it for the rest of your life. Katyayani gave her blessings. You can go now. And he go to Maitreyi, his other wife. He said, Katyayani agreed to let me go, renounce, become sannyasi. I want your permission also, Maitreyi, my dear Maitreyi. Would you please give me a permission where I can go? I'll give you my property. Like how I gave to Katyayani, I'll give you my property. You take it and take care of your life, rest of your life. Goodbye. Thank you. And Maitreyi said, excuse me, sir. Excuse me, Prabhu. If you're giving your wealth to me and then going out, that means you're going to get something which is better than that you're giving me now. I hope it makes sense. If we give say $100 to someone, it is for sure, it's clear that I have more than $100. Therefore, I'm giving you $100. There is hardly we can find someone who give everything what they have to others. right? They keep something to themselves and give little portion of that to someone else. Same thing with food also. You preserve something and give little to others. Because you have so much abundant of food left, you are confidently giving a portion of food to someone else. Otherwise, you will not give. We will not give. Likewise, Maitreya is saying that if you are giving your wealth to me and going away, that means what you are going to get out of that result, that effort must be much greater than what you're giving now. Therefore, my dear husband, I don't want this wealth. I want that wealth of what you're going to get. Maitreya said, well, are you sure you don't want this one? You want that one? Yes, I don't want this. I want that. What is that you're going to get? Give me that wealth. At that point of time, Maitreya says that Nava are pati kamaya pati priyo bhavati, atmanastu kamaya pati priyo bhavati, Nava are jayaya kamaya jaya priyo bhavati, atmanastu kamaya jaya priyo bhavati, Nava are putrana kamaya putra priya bhavati, atmanastu kamaya putraha priya bhavati, Nava are vittasya kamaya vitam priya bhavati, atmanastu kamaya vitam priyam bhavati, Nava are brahmana kamaya brahma priyam bhavati, atmanastu kamaya brahma priyam bhavati, Navare kshatriyasya kamaya kshatram priyam bhavati, atmanastu kamaya kshatram priyam bhavati, Navare lokanam kamaya loka priya bhavati, atmanastu kamaya loka priya bhavati, Navare devanam kamaya deva priya bhavati, atmanastu kamaya deva priya bhavati, Navare bhutanam kamaya bhutani priyani bhavati, bhavanti atmanastu kamaya bhutani priyan bhavanti. He says these things and then he says, Nava are sarvasya kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati, atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati. He says, my dear Maitreyi, understand that pati is not for patini. So satisfy and satisfy is patini. He is for Atma, satisfaction. He is doing whatever his existence is for his own Atma. Atma kamaya pati priya bhavati. What about a wife? Jayaya kamaya jaya priya bhavati. Our wife is not for the not living for her husband, but she is living for her own self. Likewise, the children are not living for parents, but they are living for their own self. The same applies for the aged one, the Brahmanas, the Kshatriyas, the Vaishyas, all the living entities. Everyone is not, even the Devatas. Nava are devanam kamaya deva priya bhavati atmanastu kamaya deva priya bhavanti. They are not living for themselves. They are not living for others. The Devatas are not living for others. They are living for themselves. Themselves. And then she asked, what do you mean by themselves? Atmanastu. Yes, everyone's existence is for finding an ultimate happiness for themselves. But within the given period of time, it appears that as if they are living for others. In reality, everyone lives for themselves. And that themselves, when I say themselves, Atma is what you need to focus on. Atma Paramatma Jnanam is what going to give you the bhakti. Through that bhakti, you will be able to attain the liberation, attain moksha. And then he says that Atma Vare Drishtavya Stotavya Mantravya Nidityastavya Maitreyi. He said, therefore, my advice to you is contemplate, and then you hear, and then contemplate, and then by contemplating, you will be able to see that Paramatma. Once you see the Paramatma, then you don't need to live in this world anymore. Darshanam, once you get the darshanam, you will be completely free of all the papam, all the karmas, and you will be able to attain the moksha. And that is what I'm trying to do by going into the forest. My dear Maitreyi, Drastavya, Sotavya, Mantavya, Nidityasavyah. He says, therefore, follow this principle that I gave you. Hear and then hear more. And as you hear, you just start contemplating, contemplate more. As you contemplate more and more and more and more and more and more, and you will be able to understand and meditate and dhyana, able to perform dhyana. When you perform that unalloyed, unmixed, uninterrupted dhyana, then drashtavya. You will be able to see the Supreme Lord eye to eye, face to face. Therefore, the best way to do this thing is start hearing as you hear, start chanting as you chant, hearing, hear and chant, contemplate. By doing this one, you will attain the ultimate goal of life, which is only happens by kṛṣṇa-rasāyanam piba. Idaṁ śarīram pariṇāma-peśalam pataty avaśyaṁ ślatha-sandhi-jarjaram kim auṣadham kliśyasi mūḍha durmate nirāmayaṁ kṛṣṇa-rasāyanam piba. Therefore, our here says, don't be mūḍha, don't be durmate. Take this medicine which cures your disease, plus also it's not only cures a disease, it is rasam, it is nectarian. Therefore, you drink it. Having said this one, now Mukunda is asking back to Arva, you speak so much about me, my name, and so much. What do you know about me? What do you know about me? Tell me about me, that what you know. Tell me about it. And that is a sangati, that's a connection to the next 30 seconds sloka. Thank you all very much for joining today. Please forgive me for any offenses. Alvar Tiruvadigalai Sharanam. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you. None.